The morning sky over the Semnan desert suddenly erupted. A white plume streaked upward, faster than any missile Iran had ever shown. Observers on the ground and intelligence analysts worldwide watched in shock. This wasn't a Shahab missile with its slow, obvious liquid fuel prep. This was the Sejjil, a new, solid-fueled missile ready to launch in minutes, not hours. The Sejjil's test shattered old assumptions. Iran's missiles were no longer slow, vulnerable targets. Now they could be hidden, moved, and launched before anyone could react. Military planners from Tel Aviv to Washington, D.C. scrambled to update their threat assessments. The Sejjil wasn't just an upgrade, it was a leap forward, shrinking the window to detect and stop a launch from hours to mere minutes. Suddenly, the Middle East's balance of power had shifted. Iran had quietly developed a first-strike deterrent, sending a clear warning: any attack would come at a devastating cost. For Iranians, the launch was a symbol of national pride and technological independence. Despite years of sanctions, Iran had built advanced military hardware on its own. The Sejjil's fiery ascent was more than a test. It was a declaration that Iran's military power had entered a new era. The world could no longer ignore Iran's missile capabilities. The surprise wasn't just the missile, but how much the world had underestimated Iran's progress. The Sejjil forced a dramatic shift in strategic thinking across the globe. A new era had dawned over the desert, and everyone was now paying attention. The Sejjil is a two-stage, solid-fueled, medium-range ballistic missile, a breakthrough for Iran's military. Unlike older liquid-fueled Shahab missiles, which require hours of dangerous visible fueling, the Sejjil uses solid propellant. Solid fuel is stable and packed into the missile during manufacturing, allowing it to sit ready for years. When it's time to launch, ignition is almost instant. No convoys, no lengthy prep, no easy satellite detection. This is the Sejjil's critical advantage. It can be hidden in silos or moved on mobile launchers, ready to fire at a moment's notice. The leap from liquid to solid fuel makes the Sejjil far more survivable in a conflict. Enemies would struggle to find and destroy these missiles before launch. Iran can move them around, hide them underground, and deploy them quickly. This launch-on-warning capability means Iran can retaliate immediately, making any aggressor think twice. Mastering solid fuel technology is a major scientific achievement, requiring advanced materials and chemical engineering. Iran's success places it among a select group of nations with this capability. The Sejjil is more than a weapon. It's proof of Iran's growing technical self-sufficiency. It signals Iran's ambition to become a major military power, despite international pressure. The Sejjil's solid fuel revolution has changed the rules of the game. Iran's deterrent is now faster, more flexible, and much harder to counter. The world must now contend with a new level of Iranian missile technology. Iran's missile journey began in the 1980s, under fire from Iraqi Scuds. Forced to import missiles, Iran learned it needed its own domestic industry for true security. Through the 1990s, Iran reverse-engineered and improved on Scud designs, creating the Shahab series. But liquid fuel was a dead end for survivability. The real breakthrough came in the 2000s, as Iran quietly pushed to master solid fuel technology. Early tests with smaller rockets paved the way for something bigger. In 2008, Iran unveiled the Sejjil, a successful test that proved it had crossed a critical threshold. The Sejjil was a new, indigenous design, not a copy of foreign models. Since then, the program has evolved in secrecy, with reports of upgrades and improved capabilities. Iran's journey from foreign Scuds to the advanced Sejjil is a story of determination and strategic vision. The Sejjil is the culmination of decades of focused effort, even under intense sanctions. The Sejjil's range, up to 2,500 kilometers, puts all of the Middle East, parts of Europe, and South Asia within reach. This transforms Iran from a regional to a strategic power. The missile can carry various warheads, from conventional explosives to, potentially, sub-munitions or even nuclear payloads. Its re-entry vehicle is designed for flexibility and future upgrades. The Sejjil's accuracy is a major leap. Advanced guidance systems give it the ability to hit high-value military targets with precision. It's not just a terror weapon, it's a precision strike tool. The missile's two-stage design and high speed make interception extremely difficult. There's speculation the re-entry vehicle can maneuver, further complicating missile defense efforts. Systems like the US Patriot or Israeli Arrow would struggle to intercept a Sejjil in flight. The combination of range, precision, and evasive features makes the Sejjil a formidable challenge for any adversary. It's a weapon designed to defeat both current and future defenses. The Sejjil's capabilities have fundamentally changed the region's strategic equation. The Sejjil's true genius is its mobility. Unlike fixed silos, Sejjil missiles ride on transporter erector launchers, heavy trucks that blend in with civilian traffic. These mobile launchers can move across Iran, hiding in tunnels, warehouses, or simply on the road. This constant movement creates a shell game. Adversaries never know where the missiles are. Destroying every launcher is nearly impossible. Solid fuel means Sejjil launchers can operate alone, set up, fire, and vanish in minutes. Even if a launch is detected, the launcher is gone before a counterstrike can arrive. This mobility ensures Iran's ability to retaliate, making a first strike against it far riskier. The Sejjil's survivability is the cornerstone of Iran's credible deterrent. The Sejjil program is a triumph of domestic innovation. Decades of sanctions aimed to block Iran's access to advanced military tech. Instead, isolation fueled Iran's determination to develop the Sejjil entirely on its own. Iran now controls its missile production, no reliance on foreign suppliers, no fear of embargoes. Visible improvements in design and manufacturing show a maturing, self-sufficient defense industry. Sanctions can no longer halt Iran's missile progress. The Sejjil is a symbol of resilience and strategic independence. For Iran, it's proof that pressure only strengthens resolve. The world must now accept that Iran's missile ambitions can't be sanctioned away. The Sejjil is central to Iran's national security strategy. It's the ultimate deterrent, promising devastating retaliation for any attack. Iran can't match US military power conventionally, so it relies on asymmetric tools like the Sejjil. The missile gives Iran leverage in regional crises, threatening adversaries' assets and complicating military planning. Future variants may have even longer range and advanced countermeasures, further shifting the balance. The Sejjil's ongoing development signals Iran's commitment to a modern, credible deterrent. It has transformed Iran's strategic position, forcing the world to take notice. The Sejjil is more than a missile. It's a statement of power and intent. The old rules no longer apply. A new force has arrived on the world stage.